Hello everyone, welcome to part 70 of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. I'm Walt, here we are with our 70th principle of this series. And this one is to face the sun. This is based on a quote from Helen Keller about facing the sun, the shadows all fall behind us, something along those kind of lines. And he says that this is Helen Keller's kind of poetic way of recommending optimism. Now, I mean, look at the story of Helen Keller to begin with, somebody who was both blind and deaf, like two of the most valuable senses we have. Now, you can argue what you will in cases where people lose the olfactory sense and then become super depressed because of that kind of loss. But regardless of that, I mean, being both blind and deaf just sounds so terrible and all that. Now, if you know the story of Helen Keller, great for you. There's some really useful stuff in there, particularly for how to overcome something so difficult. Her learning that by feeling different things, that indicates what, is there. She could learn to be able to communicate with others based on that kind of feeling instead of having to based on words or sign language, because both blind and deaf. Anyway, regardless of the story of Helen Keller, it's kind of an interesting just idea here of face the sun. So what he says is, Steve Chandler, the author here, says that when we face the sun, the shadows fall behind us, but if we look just at the shadows, they become our life. So really, when we look to our future, when we look at our capabilities, there are so many things we can do. We are absolutely awesome, okay? I don't care who you are, what your life has been. The truth is, you have some amazing talents. Maybe you're a great speaker, maybe you're a great writer, maybe you're a great trader, maybe you're great at running, maybe you're a great tennis player, maybe you are great at any number of things. It could be coding, it could be math, it could be science, it could be English, it could be anything, okay? You could be absolutely the best at it, and you probably are. There's probably some area of your life where you are the best. And while it may still take years to develop your talent, and years longer to even be recognized for it, the truth is that we can celebrate our abilities every day, okay? Whenever we achieve something, it should be celebrated. Yet so many times in our lives, when we achieve something, when we have some kind of victory, people tell us how it's not good enough. And then when we have some failure, they tell us how bad we did. It's basically they push down our victories and they push down our failures. Instead, we should push up our failures, okay? See the good, see what we can learn from our failures, and also push up our victories. See that all these things, every day, we are winning and winning and winning more. Anyway, that's about it for part 70. Be optimistic, do that, and you will live a much more prosperous and a much happier life. Yep. Well, I'm Walt. That's part 70. I will see you guys next time with part 71. So stay tuned. I'll see you then.